I'm 40 years old and I don't have a complicated skincare routine. In fact, this is everything I use on my skin morning and night, and it's probably a lot less than you think. But these few products made the biggest difference in how my skin looks. And I didn't always do it this way. For a long time, skincare wasn't really a priority for me. I figured if I was eating pretty healthy and staying hydrated, that was enough. So I kept it really basic, mostly just moisturizer. And I'll be honest, I wasn't very consistent with sunscreen. But a couple of summers ago, I was back home in Vienna, sitting outside with a friend on a really hot day. And we started talking about SPF. And I told her I wasn't using it unless I was at the beach. And I remember she looked at me like, "What?" Then she pulled out her phone and showed me something I couldn't stop thinking about. A comparison of identical twins, one who wore sunscreen consistently and the other didn't. And the difference over time was honestly shocking. The one who didn't use sunscreen consistently looked at least 10 years older. That's when I realized I needed to take sunscreen seriously, because sun damage is one of the biggest drivers of premature aging. Then, before I turned 40 last year, I started noticing a shift. My skin just wasn't responding the same way to my usual healthy habits. And just moisturizing my skin didn't feel like enough anymore. So this is everything I use now. In the morning, Barrier Essence, Vitamin C, moisturizer, and sunscreen. At night, Barrier Essence again, retinoids, moisturizer. Same products every day, nothing extra. Each one has a purpose. That's why I keep using them. The first layer is my skin barrier. I use Barrier Essence morning and night. It's like a milky toner. I apply it right after cleansing. It keeps my skin calm and balanced, and it's the reason I can tolerate retinoids like adapalene without irritation. Then Vitamin C serum. It's one of my longtime favorites and something I've been using for years. It's great for brightness, dark spots, and overall skin tone. And it also helps with dullness. I usually switch between two depending on my skin, one a bit richer and one lighter, but the goal is always the same. And the third product I added is adapalene. It's actually a type of retinoid. I've been using it for about 6 months now, and it made the biggest difference in my skin texture. Now, it didn't happen overnight. You have to be patient with it. But after a few weeks, I started noticing smoother skin, fewer breakouts, and after a few months, I even noticed my fine lines were less noticeable. Of course, moisturizer is still very important. It keeps everything balanced and locks in hydration, especially when you're using something like adapalene. If you're using retinoids, sunscreen isn't optional. You're trying to improve your skin while exposing it to the very thing that causes damage in the first place. By the way, all the products I mentioned are linked in the description. And that's it. That's what really made the biggest difference for my skin. Not doing more, just doing the right things consistently. But if your nutrition, sleep, daily habits are not in place, skincare alone won't fix your skin. And as you get older, just using a basic moisturizer isn't enough either. You need both. And when you get that balance right and stay consistent, that's when your skin actually starts to change.